Quite a day, friends. You can see probably if you look at the roof there, you can see the rain banging down, and I'm sure you can hear it. It's incredible. It was sunny and, I don't know, 20, 25 degrees about 45 minutes to an hour ago, and this storm came out of nowhere. It's a pretty good one. But anyway, I was sitting back with myself and sharing the burden and thinking about where we go from here. You know, we've established a pretty solid jail ministry within a couple of jails, and where, you know, we can totally absorb the people we have involved so far with what's going on there. As a matter of fact, we can even take more and fill those spots so that we have more of a revolving group of people going in and out of the two prisons. And we're probably seeing somewhere in the vicinity of maybe 30 people a week, maybe 40, it depends, but 30, 40 people a week in the jail ministry, and of course another, 20, 30, 40 outside, actually, so in 3 different meetings. But it's getting exciting, but it's starting to grow in different ways, and I thought, you know, we've done so much with the Olive Branch, the church where we started the regular meetings with Sharing the Burden some 7.5 years ago, that, I thought we need to talk to them about expanding the ministry right within that ministry, because we've stood behind each other all the way in the last number of years and through thick and thin, and plan to keep on doing that. But we want to make sure that, we get to as many people within a congregation as we can. And we know from having spent some time in the U.S. with a couple of the large places, large churches who've really gone into 12-step and taken it really serious, and they've done something phenomenal with several of the places. And I'm not going to bother mentioning names, but there's a couple that are really well known, and I'll just say briefly that Mariners in Santa Ana, California, and of course Rick Warren's church. Rick Warren, the author of Purpose Driven Life and many other books, and with literally thousands and thousands and thousands of followers day by day, allowed the starting of Celebrate Recovery, which is very similar to what we do. It's almost in many ways identical, and in other ways it's not. They tend to sort of specialize in a lot of different areas where we welcome absolutely everybody as they do, but we're able to work in a more general way. I guess if you hear me talking, you can appreciate that there's actually big ice cubes falling all over my car and on the sunroof just a bit here. But if you look around here, maybe you can see some of these right on the windshield. Quite something. You see them coming down here. It's really neat. Anyway. So we keep on going, but anyway, so we want to expand within a congregation, to the max, filling in all the little, holes. Like 12-step has been seen as something else to be stigmatized about. Well, that might mean that I'm in trouble, somebody in my family's in trouble. Well, listen here, somebody in every family's in trouble, and you probably are too. So in some way or other, there's something you'd rather feel good about or better about, and that's what recovery is all about. Recovery is for life. It's not for addicts, alcoholics, gamblers. It's for absolutely everybody in this life who comes to the realization that he or she is not perfect and has a long way to go to get anywhere near there. So anyway, and some of these churches, these large ones, have come to grips with that, and they've realized that it really is. It's a formula right out of Scripture that just happens to work really well. And when you follow it in line with the way it was put out originally from Scripture, it works really well. Results, as a matter of fact, are outstanding. We don't go around measuring and asking people how they're doing and what they think, and can we have a statistic? But we know from what we do that the statistics are quite phenomenal. I mean, the 12-step in general literally has millions upon millions of people walking around the globe every day who are, and we'll use the word sober, but sober from a myriad of things, including emotional sobriety and various types of mental illness that have allowed some peace because of a place and a way to live that puts a lot less stress on the human being in general. So that's kind of the way we're going, folks. We'd love some help. We'd love some input. We'd love some feedback. Whatever you've got there, and whoever might want to listen to these little topic sessions that come out once in a while, please give me a ding at any time, or just go to sharingtheburden.ca and you can check out what's on there and connect with us that way. But also Scott, SCOTT, at sharingtheburden.ca, any time of day or night. I'm happy to talk to you. But just a lot going on and a lot of exciting stuff, and we've got to get this notion that I have deep inside of me, this sense of doing something right. But I need the youth, I need the elderly, I need the in-between to help me, to guide the expression so that they're understood by each of those groups. And they're all different, different in many ways, but in many ways the same. When you get down to raw feelings and hurt and pain and joys, you can compare them with anyone, any age, and believe me, it doesn't make any difference. If I talk about a rough childhood where things didn't always go well, and speak of certain incidents, and they know of such, they know what you feel like when you go through something like that. So, folks, there's just a lot of hope in 12-step, beyond my fondest imagination. And my dear son Sean, drugs and booze cost him his life, but he was able to take a formula and help me turn it into something that could be used for absolutely any sort of downfall, any sort of discomfort that exists, and turn people into better, not marginalized anymore, but just better functional human beings that can operate within society. And even though there's a little bit of a difference in the areas and the people they may team up with, they can be totally functional. And we want to prove that. We want to keep going. We want to get these people comfortable. So hope you can come along with us. I'd love to have you anytime. As I say, go into our website, sharingtheburden.ca, and check out some of our radio broadcasts. Every Tuesday we broadcast what are very similar to 12-step meetings, abbreviated, of course, and with less people. But we have people, we have discussions on the different steps that we work to get our minds thinking properly, and it's quite something. So every Tuesday morning, 11 a.m. on whistlefm.com is the station. Check us out, Whistle Radio in Stouffville. Sharingtheburden.ca, of course, again, sharingtheburdenradio.org or stbradio.ca. You can reach us at any one of those. But again, you can go to 102.9 FM in Stouffville, and on Tuesday morning at noon, right at noon actually, we go on just before noon, and watch us or listen to us until 1 o'clock. I think you'll find some very interesting feedback from different people who come onto the show. People everywhere from addict to someone who's never had a drink, to someone whose compulsions drive them crazy, and to someone who's finally found a way to come out of denial and realized that all the things that she hated in life were things that she'd developed within herself, and it was so much easier to work on herself than to try and fix the world. And many, many, many stories, and pastors, and law people, just anyone and everyone with a story, and you may not realize it, but you have one too, and we love to hear it. We'd love to take part with you, be with you, and support you, and as you support us without even trying. So, folks, again, God bless you all. Thanks for taking the time. Whoever was able to listen this long, you've obviously got some patience, maybe more than I do. So anyway, Scott at Sharing the Burden signing off for now. God bless. We'll see you soon.